What's up guys? Today we are going to talk about the Amaran Tri-8s and why I decided to add this light to my arsenal. So really quickly, let's go over what comes in the box with the Amaran kit. You'll get a strap for the bag, the light itself, some stickers, user manuals, a V-Lock battery plate, power supply, an elbow for light stands, some frost, a nice little softbox kit, batteries, D-tap, and a remote. And all of this fits really nicely into the bag included. This is the daylight spot version. As you can see, it's very spotty, which is nice. I like that. So the main reason I got this light is because of the build quality and reputation that Aputure has. I also have a couple of Aputure lights already, and the fact that I can control them all from the same remote is really huge, especially on sets where you're putting them up high or doing multiple lighting setups in the same area. They got me. I'm in the Aputure ecosystem now. So before we talk about the Amaran and why I specifically chose that light when there are so many great brands out there, I want to show you what I was working with before and why I really wanted an upgrade. So before I purchased the Amaran, I was working with these Dracast knockoffs by Newer and a bunch of different Yongnuo lights, and I really like the Yongnuo lights. The Newers are kind of shit. They work, they were super cheap, and I got these because I was completely broke, and the whole kit for two of these was, I think, around 150 bucks, which is good until you start comparing them to other LEDs. Even though the build quality on these is fine, the light quality from these is just garbage. These, on the other hand, the light quality is amazing. The build quality is not great. They're really plasticky, but I'm still gonna keep these around because I really like the light I get out of them. When I pull these out on a feature film set, I'm a little bit embarrassed. These are my last resort lights when we need another light and nobody has anything else we can put up. I'd much rather have professional options that are going to give us really great quality light and are going to match across the board. And that's why I went with the Amaran. This light goes from 10% to 100% in terms of dimmability. It gives you a super nice readout on this back screen of how much time you have left at the percentage you are currently running. It comes with a remote that is universal between all Aputure lights. You can use the dim controls from the controller. And the arrangement of the LEDs themselves is so that you don't get weird banding when you try to flag this light off, which happens with a lot of other panels. So this is the Newer light where all the LEDs are in a grid pattern. And as you can see, when you try to flag it off with the barn door, you start to get these weird bands. But as you flag off the Amaran, you get a nice subtle fall off. Another thing I really didn't like about these lights, and I noticed this with the Dracast also, is that the barn doors get in the way of pointing this light down on the yoke. So you can really only point it up, and so you need a C-stand to tilt it, and you're putting arms way out, and it was just kind of a pain in the ass. With the Amaran, they give you this nice pivoting light stand mount that just screws into a 1/4-20 on the bottom, so you can either put this directly on a light stand if it has a 1/4-20, or you can put this on any light stand with the mount. Another reason this light really appealed to me is because of the powering options you get with it. On the controller itself, it's got two Sony NPF style battery mounts, which I have a ton of, but it also comes with AC power and a plate for V-mount batteries. So if I ever start using V-mounts or someone on set has V-mounts, then I can power this light. Lights of this quality usually don't have the ballast or power supply mounted to the back. It's usually two dangly things that hang off the stand, which is kind of annoying. So the light doesn't have barn doors, which kind of sucks, but it does come with this little softbox attachment thing called the Easy Box. To mount the Easy Box, you put these little pole holders on the sides and the 1/4-20s. The Softbox velcros around the light, and then you use these little sticks to hold the box in place and then hook your diffusion on the outside. Alrighty, I got the straws on with the hooks pointed out so I can just stretch my diffusion over it and I'll have my softbox. There you go. There's the Easy Softbox, and it only took me about 10 minutes to set it up. There's 10%. There's 20. And now I'm melting. There's 100%. It's super fucking bright. This is definitely something I could see being useful for like a top-down light or a key light or a fill light. This is pretty sweet. This is definitely one of those lights that when you pull it out on set, people are not gonna question whether color science is any good or if the output's going to be enough. This is a light, when you pull it out on set in front of experienced DPs and other people, they're gonna know that you brought something that is super high quality, that's not gonna break, and you've got so many powering options in the field or in the studio. It's remote controlled, so when you have all your lights set up and you need it dimmed or you're trying to adjust for camera, you can just hit bang and you're in business. Overall, I'm pretty pumped about this light. I want to get it on set and see what it can really do, and I'm really excited to be replacing this piece of shit. I'll probably still keep these around as a very, very, very last resort. We need a light over there. I don't care what it looks like. We'll throw a colored gel over it and then bleh. That's all this is good for. Till next time, take it easy.